welcome back to another video, and I'm back to talk more about alcohol and sobriety. Alright, let's get into it. So, in the last video I was recounting how I decided to sober up after years of abusing alcohol. Alright, now let's talk about the benefits of sobriety, but for me they were quite delayed, and I think that's because I had been abusing alcohol for so long. Alright, now as I mentioned in the last video, I quit drinking from like from 2018 to 2019. That's when I first got my my cluster headaches. Oh, that's been such a long time ago. And then I started drinking again from 2019 to 2020, and I stopped in 2020. Well, let's talk about the first go out sobriety. So that was kind of brought on by a health scare. Well, not a health scare, but a change in my health with my cluster headaches. And like I said, it was only about 10 months, and it wasn't enough time for me to start reaping the benefits of sobriety. Now, I went through, I guess, the withdrawals of alcohol. Your brain chemistry changes, and I think for like a month I craved sugar a lot. I'd eat gummy bears and things of that nature because I just had to replace the alcohol with something else, which I assume is common. I heard that it was common. I did a lot of research and people said it was common. I'm not one for sweets, but now I am, I guess, because I don't have alcohol in my system anymore. But yeah, so I was starting like just inhaling like Haribo gummy bears and stuff like that. But yeah, I started drinking again, and then that quickly went away. And then when I sobered up for real, for good in 2020, it took me about a year for the brain fog to dissipate. I remember the first couple of months, I just kind of felt the same. I knew that I was going to be drinking non-alcoholic beers. I knew I was going to be drinking soda water. I knew I was going to be eating gummy bears, all that. I was expecting that. But at the same time, I thought like, I would just kind of snap out of it. And I didn't snap out of it originally. I didn't drink non-alcoholic beers for a while because like I didn't want to I love the taste of beer, but for like a good month or two I wanted to just detox. So I just drank water, and I would just drink like Tansan or like sparkling water without flavor. And I would just pound those because I don't drink sodas, and I'd only drink sodas when I was mixing with alcohol. But I didn't want to go from one poison to another poison essentially. Like all the refined sugar and gobbly gook mook that I put in sodas and whatnot. So yeah, so that was that. And 何言えばいいの本当にごめん、なんか英語で話すのちょっと難しい意外と英語で来ない本当にマジで So yeah, so 2020 to 2021, the first year of sobriety, I wanted to see if I still liked alcohol or not, and I wanted to test that. So I didn't go right into drinking non-alcoholic beers, but for that first year, I did try alcohol twice on two different occasions because I really wanted to make sure that I was done. I'm someone that, I like to cross my T's and dot my I's. And, I think I had been sober for about 6 months, and I tried some of like a chew high or something. Didn't like it. Good. Just wanted to make sure it was alcohol, not the flavoring of the drinks, but wanted to make sure it was the alcohol that I detested. So I had some of a chew high. Once I tasted the alcohol, my body was like, ugh, gross. No. Good. All right. Stage 1 or test 1 clear. I think a couple weeks later, I tried a little bit of a beer or something. Same thing. No, did not like it. One of my old favorites too, like the Kimugis. I'll just put a picture of it up here. The cheap, like, I don't even know if it's actual beer. I think it's like a hop drink or something. But one of my old favorites. Tried a little bit of it, spit it out. That's when I realized that I was done with alcohol for good. Didn't matter whether or not I tasted something that tastes like alcohol. The X factor was alcohol, and I didn't want that anymore. So at that point, I started going back to drinking non-alcoholic beers because I knew there was no sense in me relapsing because I had developed a newfound hatred of alcohol. But also, more than that, the brain fog started to lift, I think, a bit slow for me. I think I'd been abusing alcohol for so long that I just had so much brain fog in my brain. And I had switched jobs too. I don't recommend that. If you sober up, don't switch jobs. But I need to switch jobs. As I mentioned, I was working 2 part-time jobs. So I got a 4-time job teaching at like an international kindergarten school. And long story short, I didn't really get on with the other people who were working there, like in my kindergarten branch. A lot of reasons that are involved in that. Some on me, some on them, whatever. But one of the things that I remember thinking whilst I was working at this job is, how come I can't learn all this new information quickly? Like, there was a lot for me to learn because I was coming into like a proper curriculum. And I was a new teacher, and there's just so much for me to learn, and I just couldn't catch on to it, no matter how much I tried. And I had to realize afterwards, it's because of the brain fog. But I didn't know at the time, because I could feel it kind of dissipating, but it wasn't quick enough for me to notice. And I just kept thinking, maybe I am really stupid. Like, maybe I just am dumb. Like, it wasn't the alcohol. I'm just a dumbass. Maybe that's what it is. That's neither here nor there. But it wasn't until I left that job and I started studying for UX design and tech, and I started building conversation like chat robots and all this stuff, that I realized, oh, I'm not dumb. It was just brain fog. I don't think my brain fog lifted until like April, May of 2022. So it was a whole like year and some change of my brain fog slowly lifting and dissipating, and then one day I just woke up and it was just gone. Like I had all the energy everyone was talking about. I could see and I could think and I could hear clearly. I could remember information. Things just stuck, and that's because I think I just had, once again, like a reserve of brain fog. I even thought I was autistic for a while in 2021. But yeah, once the brain fog lifted, it's like, I felt like I had the determination and drive that I did when I was like 15, 16. And like I could just see clearly. But the problem was I could think all my thoughts again. And one of the reasons why I started drinking was, to not feel the sad feelings, but also to get away from my ADHD thoughts. I'm always thinking 1,000 thoughts a minute. That's why when you hear my English, it's so weird, because I'm worried about, am I saying this correctly? Am I saying this, properly? Am I pronouncing this correctly? But also because I think in Japanese now. So I'm just like, nandakke? I just don't, you get it. But I wouldn't trade that for the world. Like all this clarity that I've gotten, it feels hard earned, and I'm quite proud of myself for the clarity that I've gotten. So yeah, of course, I think there are, superficial benefits like, clearer skin. I don't know, my skin is not that clear, hyperpigmentation, but that's neither here nor there. Nothing to do with alcohol. I think clearer skin, you do lose some weight, I guess, but if you start eating so much candy, you're gonna gain it back. So there's that. But you have more drive, more energy. I know some people, they quit alcohol and they quit caffeine and things like that nature. I haven't quit caffeine. I still drink coffee, but like 1 or 2 cups a day. I don't need it as much as I used to when I was always trashed. And yeah, I don't know. I don't hate myself anymore, and that's one of the benefits for me of not drinking alcohol anymore. I just don't hate myself. In fact, maybe I should have made this chapters. But yeah, that's essentially it. I think for me, the main benefit, the no brain fog, it took a while to get there, and once I got there, it's like a whole new world. Like I could see, it's like I was, I had crystal vision, and so there's that. Second benefit is, I no longer hate myself, so that's great. I don't hate the person I am. I'm a lot kinder to myself, and I'm more forgiving of myself, my situation, and also more understanding that, hey, this is where I'm in my life. It's not a competition. No point in trying to, delete myself because I haven't met these, superficial goals I set for myself. And the third benefit is, I guess more quality in my relationships, but that can be bad depending on who you ask. Like my wife and I are better now because of it, but they're also like, I've just kind of phased out people because I only saw them when I was clubbing or I was drinking, or like I just realized, hey, I don't like being around this person. So for you, it's great because you get more clarity in your relationships. You're like, you know what? I'm going to prioritize this relationship, or prioritize that relationship, and some other relationships that just kind of fall through the wayside and can't be helped. But also I'm super busy. I got another job and I'm super busy. So the relationships that haven't fallen through the wayside, maybe I just don't get to see people that much because I'm busy working, but at least I try to maintain those relationships via social media and memes. But yeah, that's another benefit. Like it benefits your relationships. Your relationships are a bit deeper, I feel. And I guess you save money. I don't know. I love non-alcoholic beers. I buy like a 24 pack from Amazon probably like twice a month because I drink it like it's water. But the thing is, I only really drink water, non-alcoholic beer, and coffee. And tea. I drink a lot of oolong cha, or I guess barley tea. I drink a lot of that. I don't drink soda because of, seeing my parents seeing my dad inhale it when I was younger, and we got cancer later on. But I try not to drink soda because it's not good for you. So I try to only drink water, coffee, non-alcoholic beers, and yeah, oolong cha. I love oolong cha, but I can buy oolong cha, at the supermarket. But I can't get 24 cases of Budweiser Zero, or I can't get a boatload of Heineken Zero, or Kirin Zero, whatever, from the supermarket en masse. So yeah, but yeah, that's that. That was this video. Sorry, I was kind of rambling, but yeah, those are the benefits for me of sobriety. And the next video, I'm going to talk about being straight edge, which might be a surprise to some of you because I just mentioned that I'm drinking non-alcoholic beers. But let's talk about that. And yeah, thank you for watching. Once again, as always, if you like this video, please like and subscribe and leave a comment down below. If you've sobered up, what was it like for you? Did you have brain fog? How long did it take for the brain fog to fully go away? I would love to hear about that because it inspires me to keep going, and I think if someone else is watching this, it would inspire them to keep going as well. Peace!